Hi, just a word on the audio tour. I've used a clock face to get directions, and I have used it in a way that I've always got the clock in front of me, so 6 is at the bottom and 12 is at the top always, no matter what direction I'm facing. So hopefully that makes sense with the tour. Thank you. Audio tour of Out of the Shadows exhibition by Megan Munro. So the doors outside the ANCA Gallery open outwards. So take 2 steps forward, then turn to 9 o'clock, 3 steps forward, and there is a counter in front of you. If you feel along the counter, on the very end of the counter, there is a description about the exhibition in Braille and a QR code, and another bit of information in Braille and another QR code just underneath that. The QR codes are on raised pieces of core flute, so you'll be able to find the square of the QR code. So then if you turn to 3 o'clock and take 4 steps forward, then at 9 o'clock there you'll come to the first work, and there is a QR code and Braille on the wall. This is for a digital drawing. Then you can follow the wall of the outside of the building around if you have a cane. If you turn back to 3 o'clock and take 2 more steps forward, then turn to 9 o'clock and you'll be facing the wall, and there are 2 more QR codes with Braille on the wall in front of you. Then if you turn around to 5 o'clock, you'll be following the wall around. You take one big step or 2 little steps, and you're in front of the next work, and there is Braille and QR codes on the wall for the 4th work called Self-Imposed. Moving to 3 o'clock again. So basically you're walking forward, then you're turning and facing the wall. So if you turn towards 3 o'clock, it's another step, and there is another work in front of another step. Then turn to 9 o'clock and you'll be facing the wall, and there is another work number 5, and some Braille writing on the wall and a QR code. Turn back to 3 o'clock and another step forward, and you then turn back to 9 o'clock, and there is another work in front of you. It is number 6, and you'll find next to all of these on the right hand side of the work is the Braille and the QR code. So turn to 3 o'clock, towards 3 o'clock again, 1 step, turn to 9 o'clock, and you're in front of work number 7. QR code is on the right hand side. This is a digital drawing, so there isn't much to really feel there, but you can find descriptions for the work if you want to listen to that. Turn back towards 3 o'clock and another step forward, then to 9 o'clock, and you're in front of another work, QR code on the right, that's work number 8. Turn back towards 3 o'clock, then 1 step forward, then turn towards 9 o'clock, and you're in front of work number 9, and there is the QR code and the braille on the wall. That's work number 9, inspiration porn. Turn towards 3 o'clock, 1 step forward, and then a step to 9 o'clock, and you're in front of work number 10 with the QR code on the wall on the right hand side. Turn towards 3 o'clock, turn towards 2 o'clock and take 1, 2, 3, 4 steps forward. Then turn towards 12 o'clock, and right beside you at the moment is the edge of a wall. So if you take 1 step forward at 11 o'clock, then 2 steps forward to 10 o'clock, and the work here is actually a video work. There is a square plinth in front of you, and the QR code and the QR code and the braille description are on the side of the cube horizontally to you. The television remote, the video work should be running, so you can choose to stand and listen to that, or you can sit down. There is a spare stool just in front of you at 10 o'clock. That's next to the plinth. Now, if you turn right around to 6 o'clock, so you're basically now facing the opposite direction, and if you take 4 steps at 9 o'clock, and there will be a wall in front of you. So if you turn slightly to the left to that'll be 11 o'clock. There is a work in front of you. It is number 11, and there is a braille and a QR code on the wall in front of you to the right. Turn now towards 3 o'clock and take 1, 2, 3, 4 steps forward, and there's a wall in front of you now. Turn towards 3 o'clock again. So there is a wall now that runs the length of the gallery, and you will be tracing that wall along. So 1, 2 steps forward, and you're in front of the next work. If you turn towards 9 o'clock, you will be facing the work. On the left-hand side of the work is a braille information and a QR code written underneath that. It's number 12. Now, if you turn towards 3 o'clock, take 1 step, and then back towards twist around towards 9 o'clock, and the work is in front of you. It is number 13. There is braille and a QR code towards you on the right in front of you, just to the right in front of you. Now, if you turn towards 3 o'clock again and take 3 more steps along, then turn towards 9 o'clock. You're now facing the work, and it is number 14, and there is a QR code and braille information on the wall to your right. Turn back towards 3 o'clock and take 2 steps forward, then twist around towards 9 o'clock, and in front of you is the next work. On the right hand side on the wall there is the braille information and a QR code. Turn towards 3 o'clock, take 2 steps, turn around towards 9 o'clock, and in front of you on the wall is the next work. It's I've got these mixed up. It's number 16. So this is work number 16, and there is braille on the wall to the right, just to the right of you, in front of you. Turn towards 3 o'clock and take 2 more steps, and then twist towards 9 o'clock, and then you are in front of the next work, and it is number 17, and there is braille on the wall to the right and a QR code. Now turn around towards 3 o'clock and take 6 steps. Then you're in between the front desk and a wall. So on your right there's a wall in front of you, and on the left is the front desk. So if you turn towards 10 o'clock and take 1 big step or 2 small ones, you are back at the front desk, which is where you started this tour. Okay, this is the second part of the audio tour. So you are currently at the front desk. The desk is in front of you. If you turn towards 6 o'clock, so you basically turn right around and take 3 steps forward, and there will be a plinth in front of you. It's a rectangular square box. On the side of the plinth, directly in front of you, is some braille and a QR code, and on top of the plinth is the first of the crochet works that you can touch. So feel free to touch this. You should have gotten the information at the beginning to use the wet wipes. Okay, so we're at the first work there. It's actually number 18. Now if you turn towards 10 o'clock and take 3 steps, you'll come to the next plinth, and you're in front of work number 19. So there's a plinth in front of you. It's a square box, and on the front part of that box is braille information and a QR code for self-portrait with recliner, and on top of that is the work. You are welcome to touch that work. So now if you walk, after you've done that, if you take a step towards 11 o'clock and then 4 steps towards 12 o'clock, there is another plinth in front of you. If you make your way around to the left-hand side of the plinth, follow it around, you'll find on the front of the plinth that you're now facing, you've sort of come around the corner of it. On the front of the part that you're standing in front of now is another bit of braille information and a QR code, and the work on top of it is number 20, Self-Portrait with CPAP. This is another work that you are welcome to touch. Now, if you turn around from that front space, if you turn around towards 9 o'clock and take 4 steps forward, you've come to the last plinth, and it is a sort of a rectangular plinth, and it actually has 2 works on it. So in front, you're on the left-hand side of that plinth at the moment, and in front of you on the side of the plinth is braille instructions or information and a QR code for number 21, bath time, and just in front of you is another work. If you scoot along following the plinth at 3 o'clock, at the very end of that plinth is another work, and on the end of the plinth, so not directly in front of you but on the side of it, is another set of braille with braille information and a QR code for the work number 22, Self-Portrait with Rollator, and you're welcome to touch that. Now, to get back to the front entry, if you turn towards 3 o'clock and take 2 steps forward, now there is a wall directly in front of you, a straight wall. If you then turn towards 3 o'clock and you're going to be walking along with the wall on your left, it's 1, 2, 3, 8 steps forward, and then turn towards 2 o'clock, 4 steps towards 2 o'clock, then turn towards 10 o'clock, 3 steps forward, and you are back at the front counter. The front counter will be sort of on your right or in front of you. Follow the front counter along at 10 o'clock. So you follow it along at 10 o'clock, and then the front counter ends, and then walking straight ahead at 12 o'clock, it's 1, 2, 4 steps forward, and the front door is right in front of you. I hope I've done this well enough. End of recording.